Lana Scott. Welcome back to the Lighthouse, guys. So this is a special reading today for those of you that consider yourselves or have discovered yourself to be a healer, a seer, high priest, high priestess. Carry that energy with you. This is for those of you that in the recent past and in the present and going into the future have discovered your soul purpose, and that you are on the path of a healer, a seer, or a mystic, or a card reader, or a hands-on healer, or something that is going to grow as you grow going into the future. Okay. Now, just as a little bit of information here, a call, Cal. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but a call is a web of extra material born over one in every, I don't know however many babies, okay? And it's said that those that have this extra skin over their face, which gets taken off at birth, okay, that they are seers, healers. They have some kind of special ability. I had a friend one time that told me she had been born with a call on her face, and she could see passed on loved ones. Okay, it happened all the time. Matter of fact, I used to go over every once in a while and go, "Hey, you see anything over at my place? You've been over at my place. Have you seen anything? Seen anybody, or whatever?" And she always just would kind of stop and look at me, and she goes, "It doesn't work like that." I'm like, "Well, I just thought I'd ask, So, and that was like back in the day, folks, a long time ago. But this is somebody that's, so I'm just wanting to point that out. But this is for just, like a special group of those that are going to be called upon in the future, they're saying, to help guide a lot of different kinds of people living in a lot of different kinds of places. They're going to be these special healer, seer, priestesses, whatever their forte is, right, are going to be called into special places. And they're just wanting you to know that they want you to embrace the transformation, any kind of changes that you're going through as we shift, as the energy shift and we go into the future. They want you to embrace it. They want you to embrace the transformation, right? That things are going to be different after this. And I'm just noticing, they're drawing me and my attention to the first time. There is Gibo up here, the rune Gibo. I see so clearly a white X right here, which is I told y'all recently I saw it, and it was saying the add sign, but I'm also kind of seeing it as a partnership between you and the divine. Okay, and then we've got the sweet waters: sensuality, enjoyment, fertility, balance. And I feel like what this is talking about is being filling up with gratitude for the gifts that you have, bringing balance into your life, knowing what your mission is, maybe having psychic dreams, knowing where you're going, and you are, in some kind of way, you are like maybe either healing your past, or you've just healed your past, past, any kind of wounds. You're feeling the metamorphosis, and it's like it really makes you happy because you're feeling like things are now different, because either you've let something go, you've learned something, you've brought something to yourself, whatever that case may be. Okay, however this is resonating for you. The healing lagoon: rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal. It's safe to stop. So they're letting you know that that they're definitely watching you out on your path. Okay, and that while you're healing, you don't have to worry. All the little details and things are being taken care of, right? That you are fully immersed in the recovery of whatever wounds or whatever to help open up your path as this healer, seer, priestess, that you do have a reason, you do have a purpose for being here. And then I've got Lady of the Lake: new beginnings, something's about to happen. So this feels like being on a threshold, like a threshold between here of having gone through all this metamorphosis, and being happy to go forward because you've healed, that you feel better from it. And you're seeing, maybe you've even been told, so I'm hearing, maybe you've even been told during your life that that maybe some of the things you said when you were younger or did when you were younger that proved that you had healer abilities, seer abilities, high priest, high priestesses, mystic, shaman, whatever, and people made fun of you. And they were like, like, nah, and you couldn't really bring no proof to it. You just knew how you were feeling, what you were thinking and everything, right? So now, though, as an adult and going into the future, it's all shifted and changed for you, okay? So now they just want you to go from the microchism to macrochism and just allow it to heal. Allow it to be. Let it sink in that you are who you are. You have a reason for being here. Your soul knows its purpose, right? And you're starting to come full circle of knowing that this is your path. And you've also got I also feel like I'm feeling like a firm state of mind. If you've had any kind of conflict in your own, like if you've gone back and forth with yourself over some ideas or things that you think because other people have said it's wrong or something like that, you're like, no, this is how I feel, and I'm not going to be swayed off of this anymore. Okay, this is part of my belief system, and I feel like quite a few of you are starting to have more faith in yourself about that as you go forward, because you're seeing yourself as how you're meant to be. Does that make sense? So deep sea diving, way of the mystic, learn through experiences and depths. They're wanting you to focus on your own experiences, your own things. They want you to deep dive into the things that you're discovering about yourself. They don't want you to listen to anybody else. They want you to realize that you have a worth and a purpose and soul reason, whatever, for being here, right? And then we've got birth mysteries, which is talking about what are you being called to create. They want you to take, when you start seeing it, they want you to take these new beginnings and these ways, or these things that you're learning about yourself, and create something special, okay? And I keep getting these visions of people that come together in a way that other people don't. I don't know how to say it right. Trying to think of how to say it. I keep hearing you're not everybody's cup of tea. There's just a group of you that as we go into the future, it's like it feels like you. So they're showing me putting the call back on. So they're making me feel like that you like put on blinders as to what everybody else is saying, because if you listen to them too long, you might be swayed when that's not what you want to do. You're wanting to do what you feel you're being guided to do, okay? As a healer, as a seer, as a mystic, as a whatever it is that your forte is, Reiki healer, whatever. That no matter what anybody else is telling you. Oh, okay, now they're showing me a girl in my head that I used to listen to her. She's over on TikTok, and she had mentioned one time to me in a private message that she was into Reiki healing, but her mother told her she was full of nonsense. Okay, so they're saying tell her story because then it'll make a little bit more sense. So she knew what she wanted to do, but her mom had a different belief than she did and was always putting her down. So she finally when she grew up and got away from home, she decided to do what she felt she was being called to do. She took the Reiki classes and now is a Reiki master, along with a few other different types of healing abilities and things that she has. Okay, so does that now make more sense? So that they're showing me her. So keep the big vision. Stay in alignment as you grow. So you are going to get challenges. You are going to get, and guys, this is like the second or third time I've gotten Atlantis. You are meant to be this person. You're going to go through this metamorphosis, and they just want you to deep dive into it. They want you to take whatever ideas or whatever they're showing you on your path. They want you to keep going forward, okay? Because you have this special path or this special ability, and you are going to help a lot of people, okay? And they're saying that as your path goes into the future, you may not see it yet, but you will see it as time goes by. You're going to see it in little pieces. They're showing me as you go down your path, little bitty pieces of especially as you come across other people that you figure out have been being told the same thing, that you're figuring out some people along your path have been told the same thing, and you realize they have similar gifts to you. And that might be part of the teacher role that you play, is to help some of those people realize that they are special. They do have worth and value. They are meant to help people with their gifts. No matter what their other family members said, no matter what the beliefs are that their family came from, or the people that they hung out with, or the people they work with. Some of them on the workforce, I'm hearing, will won't even talk about their private life whatsoever, because they feel like if they do, people might make fun of them or something. Or maybe they're not even worried about that at all, but they're just like, where I live, the particular town I live in, everybody has, everybody goes to the same church, believes the same things, do the same thing on the same holidays. And when you go down the street, everybody in their house is doing the same exact thing. But I'm not like them. Okay? And you help somebody with that. Okay? That's where your special gifts come in, is helping other people realize that too. So they're telling me that might be just one of the way. But they're saying that going into the future is going to be a lot of this stuff going on with the healing and the new beginnings, and having these abilities and being able to step forth on your path without worrying about what others think. Okay? So that's just a little special message there for some of you that are these healers, seers, high priestesses, have soul purpose. Okay? Guys, don't let nobody take you off your path. Okay? Every one of us is meant to be here. Every one of us has a reason and a purpose for being here. Okay? No matter what anybody tells you, become a deep diver. Let's look at the mysteries and things that are going on in your life and see where you're meant to guide, learn, teach, go forth. And don't let nobody stop you. Don't let, if the next door neighbor and your mom have always been really close, and the next door neighbor tells your mom, oh, well, she's all full of nonsense, and your mom doesn't know what to say. And so she says, well, the neighbors, or whatever. And you're like, I don't care about the damn neighbors. Okay? So take that how that comes in. Let me grab a couple of runes and see. This is the Healing Waters deck by Rebecca Campbell. Where did they go? Anything else you want to tell these people that might be on this particular path? Some of and this feels like this is a small group, guys, and it also feels like a lot of knowledge coming in, but it feels like for some of you it might not be coming in as fast as what you feel like it should be. Some of the answers to questions that you're having. Breakthrough in the process of self-change. Very first one, guys. Breaking through. Doorway. This is your strength on your journey. Meant to help others, I'm hearing. Specifically, meant to help others on your journey. New birth. A new way of being. The feminine mysteries, I'm hearing. Joy. As you go along your path, this is also a tribal rune, guys. Finding other people, finding joy, and finding other people that believe like you do. I feel like this is a group message now. Okay. And then adding it to your repertoire, I'm hearing. Gifts coming in, partnerships with new people. So this feels like a group that may not be quite going yet, but is in the process of getting together. Yeah, a process of a group getting together. And this is how you're all going to learn from each other, too. What else? Completion of new beginnings. Relief from stress. Microchism and macrochism. Again, okay, yeah. So this right here with the joy rune there too, group. This is definitely a group that's going to come to be in the future. Maybe some of y'all are already working on it. You're all spiritual warriors that have both spiritual warriors, healers, seers, priestesses, mystics. All that's in my mind anyway, guys, is spiritual warriors on the straight and narrow, taking up the sword of truth. I'm hearing. Oh, whoa, hang on, guys. Taking up the sword of truth. Walking the path of righteousness. Okay. Shedding skins. Ancestral lands. I also feel like somebody, I got this in the last message or the message before, of somebody else traveling to other lands. Some of you might be in the process of traveling as well. Rewards for efforts over time. So I'm seeing a group in my mind's eye that once they all find each other, they get joint messages together when they meditate together. Okay. Okay, there are meditating groups out there. Okay. Okay, guys, I scry as I go along with my runes. That's why I don't even. I mean, I follow the traditional meanings of the runes, but when I start scrying and start seeing people doing things in my head, in my in my intuition, my whatever, I tell y'all what's going on. I tell y'all what I see. Okay, so there's a doorway, future learning. Also, money, prosperity, joy, gateways, leaving the past behind. A new world, I'm hearing. A new world, a new day. Lots of movement. A group taking, what they just say? A group movement. A group moving somewhere or taking everything and moving on or something. I'm not quite sure. I can't quite bring that in, guys. They're talking about a tribe moving. But it just feels like a group of you at some point in the future. And you get a lot of flow out of this. A lot of, and again, that's another feminine rune. So maybe it's a group of women healers or those in touch with their feminine energy, being healers, seers, high priestesses, priests. So I'm also feeling like there's focusing a lot on some type of healers as well. Trust that you're being led right, guys. Whoever this message is resonating for. Oh, one fell out. Planetary wave. Soul mission. Trust the inner call and soul team. Okay, so this is something about a soul team because we started off with soul purpose, and I was going to use one more to close it off with, and we've got soul mission, trust the inner call, soul team. So there is a team of you, planetary wave. So this feels like something in the future that's going to be a lot on our planet, and it feels like it starts out. Okay, so it's a group that starts out small and ends up being all over the planet or all over. So from the beginning to the end. So maybe this is just a lot of healers, seers, mystics, and those with psychic abilities and healing abilities and remote viewers and all that. Maybe that's a new wave of them. And it feels like it's like right now it feels like it's just a small beginning thing, but it feels like going into the future it turns into a huge thing. Stay in alignment as you grow. It also feels like, so I'm also hearing that at some point in time there's going to be somewhere where everybody's going to meet up or have some kind of a conference or something in the future of these particular types of people. I feel like there's already some of that already going on, but they're saying it's another wave of healers on this planetary realm. So guys, take that how that comes in. But it feels like individuals then coming into becoming a soul team. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So this is for any of you that have well, we all have special abilities to a certain extent, right? But this feels like some kind of metamorphosis that turns into some kind of a planetary wave with a group of people or people coming together and just being more open about their gifts. Take it how it comes in for you guys. It's going to be a little different for everyone. It's also kind of making me, because I keep getting the Atlantis card in one deck or the other, it feels like this is people also, maybe some of us, for those of you that believe in the Atlantis thing about that it was, this place, maybe these are people that some of the people in their families were from Atlantis, maybe having a similar energy like Atlantis. Stay in alignment. Macrochism and microchism. Sentinels. Doorway. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Guys, be a light in the darkness. Our world is rapidly changing. And as we go into the future, I think next year is going to be big as well. I haven't looked at none of the planetary stuff. I am not an astrologer. I do need to go and see about the recent any night sky activity going on to let y'all know, because I feel like those little things bring energy to us. I think some of them actually, oh, okay. They're telling me some of that might actually open some of you up with the energy of different things going on in the sky. Like we know that solar flares and full moons and eclipses and things like that bring in energy as well to those of us on the planet. But they're saying some of those other things are going to open up hidden realms as well, or bring in hidden knowledge. Okay. That's it, they said. Okay, guys, take that how that comes in for you. I am curious to see how some of you feel that this reading is for you and what's resonating for you and what's already happened, what is happening, and what you feel like is on its way to you. Share in the comments. Thank all of you for your likes, subscribes, and shares. I'm going to be doing pretty soon here some candle meditations. And I want to also do some different readings. I've got some new cards coming in, even though they're telling me that the portal deck is probably going to be one that's going to be used over and over and over again. And also the main energies reading too. And but we're going to go from there. All right, guys. Lighthouse.